Hi guys, this is Sharon with Power Driven for PD. If this is your first time checking out my YouTube channel, I want to say thank you and welcome, and I hope you continue to follow me and subscribe. Today I am going to talk to you all about permanent makeup. Yes, I had it done. I'm explaining to you why, what it's all about, different techniques. Was it painful, not painful? Let's just jump into it and let's talk about it. First off, why did I choose to do permanent makeup? Well, there are various reasons why we choose to do what we want to do. And it usually comes down to that we want to boost our self-esteem or make ourselves feel better. I chose to do that for that very reason because I am a young onset Parkinson's patient and makeup was becoming more difficult for me to apply because I suffer from Parkinson's mainly on my right hand. And guess what? I am right-handed. So for me, it was a matter of messing with my makeup for hours, trying to get it to look right because I have what's called dystonia. For those of you who don't know what dystonia is, it can actually be a disease all on its own, or it can be affiliated with Parkinson's. And basically what happens is the brain does not communicate anymore properly with your muscle. So you get these contractions. Think of it as like a Charlie horse where your body just kind of contracts and twists. So my hand does that, which is my right hand, on and off throughout the day. It just decides when it wants to do it. And I also have tremor in my right hand and my right foot. So it's, as we talk about, it's really on my right side. So if you've ever tried applying makeup with your eyeliner or your eyebrows and you're trying to get them perfect, you already know how difficult that is. So you imagine adding dystonia and tremor to that. It just makes it just that much more complicated. And it was really becoming a chore. So for my own personal self-esteem reasons, to make myself feel better about going out in public and still maintaining the look that I want to look with having makeup, I chose to go ahead and have permanent makeup done. And actually a friend kind of turned me on to this. I didn't even realize or think about permanent makeup. She had it done, and she is also a young onset Parkinson's patient. She looks beautiful, and she always looked really well put together, and she always looked very refreshed. And I finally said to her, I said, okay, you have Parkinson's. What is your secret? Because your makeup is always like immaculately perfect. And she told me she had permanent makeup done. I was like, what's permanent makeup? So she explained it to me. It's basically, yes, tattoo makeup. So we're going to talk about that. What techniques did I have done? Well, on my eyebrows, first off, I had my eyebrows done. There's different methods that you can do for your eyebrows. There's either full tattoo, there's microblading. They do kind of like there's a third one, which is kind of like a semi-process between the two. I chose, since this is my first time, to do complete microblading. Now, microblading is exactly as it sounds. They're micro little blades that go into the skin where your hair follicles would be at, and they do like these little slices, and then dye goes in there. So basically what happens is these little individual slices end up looking like little mini hairs, so it is the most natural look. And it actually looks like you have complete full eyebrows. So the eyebrows, as you can see here, I'll get a little closer so you can see, they look like all natural hairs. So I love it. Now, I do want to stress to you, make sure that if you're going to choose to do permanent makeup, there's a reason why it's called permanent makeup, because it's permanent. Make sure you have and find somebody that has the best qualifications. You don't want to go by somebody that has just the best value. You want to make sure that that person is really certified and has the qualifications. The lady that I chose to do has over 25 years of experience. She also worked hand in hand with plastic surgeons. That is great because she actually understood and knows the whole entire muscle group and structures of the face, which is an added bonus because for the eyebrows, she gave me a perfectly arched because she knows the muscle structure to make sure that they look arched and perfectly formed. So I chose to do microblading. The eyeliner, that was the other thing that I had done. So I chose to do eyeliner on the underneath and on top. Now she did a great job. She went right up to my waterline, as you can see right in here. I chose to go with I know it's really hard to tell, but it's actually a dark brown, really dark brown on the bottom and a black on top, and she did an awesome job with winging it out. I chose those specific colors, and I want to go with a brown, dark brown under here because, as you notice, I have blonde hair and I have blue eyes. So I didn't want to come out looking like a raccoon, and I didn't want you just to see my eyes like beaming. I want them to look natural. So I chose to go with a darker brown. And when you have somebody who knows what they are doing, they are going to pick the right colors that actually suit your whole entire skin tone. The lady that I had, she was really fabulous, where she actually, for the eyebrows, believe it or not, she had over 200 colors to choose from. Yeah, amazing. A lot of times you go to places that are just like these fly-by-night places. They just have like 4 or 5 colors. Yeah, she was able to match perfectly into the tones that match in my hair. So that's why you see it has a little bit darker, which you should have anyways, than what your hair color is. But you don't want it to be jet black. You don't want it to be too off colored from what your natural color or whatever color that you're wearing. So she did a phenomenal job picking out the color, including the eyeliner. Now, lipstick too, that can be done. You can choose to have your lips done. How long does all this last, and how do you take care of it? Well, first off, let's talk about the eyebrows. Depending on which variation you choose to go with, it can really last anywhere you're looking from 6 months up to 5 years. So to take care of it and make sure that it really lasts, one thing you want to do is use sunscreen. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. We should all be using sunscreen anyways because, for one, the sun damages your skin and causes wrinkles. We want to keep wrinkles at bay. So using sunscreen, I use it every single day. When I get up, I put it on my face. It's the first thing I do. When you have tattooed or permanent makeup, it makes a huge difference in keeping the longevity of your permanent makeup. And I'm going to recommend anytime you're using anything on your face, make sure you're using something that doesn't contain a lot of fragrances. I know sunscreen smells marvelous. In the summertime, it gives us that feeling of being in the ocean because of smell. But when you're putting it on your face, the last thing you want to do is clog your pores. So you want to find a sunscreen that has more of a natural base. This one, which is, I believe you pronounce it Eucerin, is a fabulous, fabulous sunscreen. I'm going to pull that up so you can see that. Yes, this stuff is marvelous. It is dermatologist tested. It has no parabens in it, has no dyes in it, no fragrance. It's completely fragrance free. And this stuff is fabulous for your face. It doesn't clog your pores. And I use it every single morning. I can get close to my eye waterline in here. I put it on my eyebrows, my whole entire face. It's the first thing I do. And this will keep your permanent makeup living longer on your face. So make sure you use a good sunscreen. Now, what else can you do to make it last longer? Well, if you're going to be out and about doing a lot of stuff in the sun, wear a hat. Keep the sun off your face. Wear sunglasses. The things that you want to do to really protect, because think about it, what does the sun do? It fades things, right? So anytime same thing with your makeup, it's going to fade it. So you want to kind of protect the longevity of it. You want it to look good. Wear a hat when you can. Wear sunglasses when you can. It's going to keep your permanent makeup just that much longer to make it extend to the longevity life of your makeup. So I can't stress that enough. As far as does it hurt, and what did I experience when I had it done? Well, if you have somebody with the qualifications and the experience that I was honored to have worked with, they will numb you. So yes, she put a numbing cream on my eyebrows and on my face. We let it set for a little while, and boy, did my face feel like it was like 10 feet thick. I promise you, I felt nothing with my brows. It was very, very pain-free. In fact, what it kind of felt like, it was a kind of a weird sensation, I would say. It felt like somebody taking like a little brush and just brushing, like a little wire brush, brushing my eyebrows, but without pain. It was like just this weird feeling that was going on, but no pain whatsoever. The eyeliner, well, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it did hurt. It wasn't unbearable. The numbing definitely helps. So I can only imagine if I didn't have numbing. Whew. But the numbing made it where it was bearable, but I could still feel it. It it made my eyes water a little bit, but all in all, I mean, it was completely bearable. Now, the lady, because she had great qualifications, I know people get scared when you think, oh my God, you did eyeliner by your eyes. You know, what if something happened? With her qualifications, I didn't feel nervous. I wasn't scared about it. She used a technique where she was able to hold my head still and hold my eye so that I wouldn't flinch. And she knew exactly and talked me step by step as to what she was going to do through the whole entire process. Now, if you look at, you can see, I absolutely love it how well it turned out on the underneath part as well as the top. She did a fabulous job with the wing. So it's really important before we even started, she drew on the look, and we did one side, one specific look, and then we did the other side. We did some comparison before she even started to see exactly how I wanted my look to look, because that is important. Just don't go to somebody and expect them just do whatever you want, and you think that they're going to do this fabulous job. No. Make sure you have a say-so in it, because you're the one at the end of the day that's going to be wearing this permanently, not that person. So make sure they fool around with it a little bit. Have them draw on the brows, what they're going to look like, draw the liner on you, so you get an idea before the permanent makeup gets set on, the look that's going to happen. Now, how was the care afterwards? Oh, the lips, I want to touch on that. Your lips generally can last, so if I haven't talked about the length, the longevity, we talked about the eyeliner lasting anywhere from, and eyebrows, 6 months to 5 years. Lips. If you choose to get the lips done, those generally only last about a year. And that's because your lips have the tendency to shed quite often. So just remember, if you choose to do that, I love having the lips done. They just look very off, like just give you some color to your overall face, to give you some pop. So lipstick is where the lip, I like it, but that's up to you. If you just choose to wear lipstick, it's nice being able to swim in a pool or take a shower or wake up in the morning and you wake up with makeup. You go in a pool and you come out and your makeup's still there, or you take a shower. It just saves a lot of time in the morning or getting around. You don't have to worry about it. Or if you're going to the pool and swimming, you don't have to worry about coming up with raccoon eyes with all your makeup bleeding out. It's just nice to have it there. So that's one plus side to having the permanent makeup on. So, and having your lips done too. But, just remember, lips, generally about a year is what you're looking at. And as far as the lips go, yeah, it's painful. I'm not going to lie, even if it's numbed, you swell up. You do. But ice is your best friend. So how was the care? Well, it took, I would say, really about a good 2 weeks to really kind of see everything. It takes 6 to 8 weeks for the whole entire color and pigmentation to really set in. So when you're going through the healing process, you do scab up. Do not pick at the scabs. Do not pull on the scabs. Let them fall off naturally. Do not pull, even if you see that little flake and you really just want to pull and it gets itchy, because yes, it does itch. Just don't scratch it. Don't touch it. Just let it do its natural thing. Aquaphor, Aquaphor, Aquaphor. That is going to be your best friend. Keeping Aquaphor on several times a day. For me, I used it for the first 5 days. I just kept putting it on and making sure nothing dried out, even though, it's going to dry out a little bit, but it at least gave me some moisture and some relief from the itching. And yes, when you first have it done, your makeup looks so dark. You're like, whoa, after a couple days, it looks like somebody just basically drew your makeup on, because what's happening is, and that's normal, the dye and pigmentation starting to settle into your skin. So as it's doing that, it basically, your body absorbs in the dye, and then it's going to kick back some of that. And as it kind of fades in, it definitely does not look like it did the first several days. And I'll post some pictures so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, on how it was really, really dark at first, and it looked like somebody had basically painted it right on me. But not to worry, after a couple days, that all turns in, looks all normal, so no worries on that. Now, the other thing I want to let you guys know is that as far as the touch-ups, is it something that is needed? That's something depending upon you and your final result. Now, you want to make sure that when you're getting permanent makeup, even before the person initiates the starting process, you work that out. For me, I am very blessed to have an awesome lady who is going to do a follow-up visit with me to take a look and reevaluate the whole entire look of the permanent makeup now that it's been settled in, to see if any touch-ups will be needed. She's doing that at no cost. That was when we initiated our contract. We did that in the beginning. So each individual is different. So just make sure that you find somebody that is willing to do any touch-ups for you that are going to be needed. And then from there, it's just maintaining my permanent makeup as the years go on. It won't be as in-depth as to what I just had done the very first time. So if you have any questions about permanent makeup that you want to ask, feel free to leave a comment. I'll be more than glad to get back with you. Honestly, it was, for me, one of the best things I have ever done. I feel really good about it. I feel great. It makes me just have a better boost in my self-confidence. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.